it started raining. Oh, good evening. Welcome to BLAMMCraft Minecraft Monday, where we are playing Blightfall. And I'm here with Deathmeister,
Good evening, folks.
and I'm boringly trying to fill a blood altar with blood. And what boring thing are you doing?
Trying to fill the wand so I can continue making some buffers so I can keep distilling essence for Thaumcraft.
Yeah, lots of boring things.
And then I could start. I have my runic altar set up, so I could start using that. But, oops.
So it looks like it's raining, I think. This isn't really the rain animation or rain particle. I'm not sure. And there's no sound. I don't know what this is.
I
It's not.
don't see.
You don't see anything. You don't see any precipitation happening.
I'm out in the window. I'm out in the sea.
It shouldn't matter. What the
Yes,
hell's...
right now I do not see anything. I'm all the way over by the Falcon. I do see a slime.
This is weird. No, I don't think it's rain, but there's definitely something falling. There's some kind of particle effect going on. And I don't see the moon. So we've got clouds. Huh. Oop. Got a spider. Come here, spider. Ooh, and a zombie. I'll take you too. And another zombie. Ha ha ha. Oh, and another zombie. Okay. I want to get rid of this creeper before he decides to come over. Ah, seriously.
Let's go here.
I wonder if I even have room for well souls under this. See if I can get some mobs to spawn. Too bad I can't pick up the animals that are down here and bring them up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could if we had an orb. Or a safari net, whatever the hell they're called now. Oh. I left a bloom down here, apparently. Just one bloom. Okay. Wonder if there's any others that I left around. Getting a bit of lag here, too. This is... What's going on? Oh, my CPU is pegged. What the hell's happening? OBS, Firefox, Discord. Huh, that might just be Twitch, though. Something I'll have to deal with eventually, I guess. Well, at least the torch method of holding back the taint seems to be working well. Oh, that's right. There's an aura node just right here under the Eldritch Obelisk. I still get that particle effect going on, too. Oh, there's another bloom. mobs aren't burning, so yeah, the sun is not out. A leftover zombie here. Oh shit. Well, the torches hold the taint back, but the animals still walk through it and become tainted themselves. So, don't worry, cow and sheep, I will save you.
You are such a generous man.
Yeah, I'm like that. Alright, time to go back up and see if anything spawned. Oh, is that what? Oh, yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Huh. Okay.
You don't know what you need, do you? No, I don't. 16. So I need 16 seeds. Do you have 16 seeds?
16 seeds. Do I have 16 seeds?
Makes him. I might as well make it 32 seeds. Let's go to Delta base. Oh, looks like we've got some ender pearls ready to be plucked.
Nice.
Let's see. That's mature. So
And
pluck it.
We got
Oh, you have to break them to get them, right?
and we got no animals. Break what?
Ender
Oh,
lilies.
yes, you have to break the ender lilies.
Okay.
No, not you.
Okay, we now have 5 ender pearls.
Cool.
Okay, I have replanted the seeds. Add them to the mob drops. Seriously, huh? The hell are all the seeds?
I put them in a chest next to the refrigerators.
Next to the refrigerator. Okay, go over here. Oh, we only have 6 seeds? What the hell?
You mean wheat seeds?
Yeah.
There should be more in the. Well, check the plant chest and the first refrigerator.
Okay, there's a stack in the first refrigerator, so I will take half that stack. Okay.
They're in there because you can make seed soup.
All right.
All right, so we didn't get any animals. Did you ever make a? I don't think we did, but do we have a? What do you call it? A mob, the safari net thingy.
No, we never made it because we needed a gas tier.
Right. Okay.
So we have not made it yet.
Okay. Well, we can purchase one. Let's check on current levels.
That's bad.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're at. What are we at? Near a shirt to. We're above. We're above the max rating. All right, so I'm gonna buy.
And here he was worried about me dying all the time.
Yeah, well, we would have made it here a lot longer ago. Okay, so I'm gonna buy a gas tier for 5. And then I'm gonna make. Actually, how do we make this? With right, the ender pearls, of which we have been growing, so we have plenty.
Yes, you should have at least 11.
Yep. Well, not anymore. Taking 4. And boom, safari net. I don't know why I have a limestone on me. Let's put that away. Okay. We've only got 2 cows here. Alright. I'm going to... Okay, I'll use barley instead. I think I can use barley. If not... Yep, barley works. Okay. Let's put the barley away. And I will take a mama and come back for the papa. Actually, you know what? I'm going to build a fence first. Yeah, I've got the stuff there. Where was I? Sea Tower.
That's my white ass.
No.
There's gotta be another way of getting this. Make ethereal blooms. I have to burn ethereal blooms to make ethereal blooms. What?
Yeah, I know. That's. I don't think that's a solution.
Well, I was trying to make some so I can do my thing.
Right, your thing.
I was trying to make some ethereal blooms so I can make
Ethereal
my
blooms.
thing. Yeah. No. Paranormalist, I believe it is. To make the Totem of Dawn.
Oh.
I need 2 ethereal blooms.
What did I come back here for? Damn it. Ah. Oh, right. I used it all. God damn it. Can't believe I used all the chert.
Ouch.
have the old recipe for fences, which is just 6 sticks. Oh, doesn't make a lot, very many though. Actually, damn it. Oh, okay. Huh.
Made a weak blood orb.
I have one of those.
Okay, they don't seem to work the way I thought they would.
What?
Oh, I thought you could just improve them, but
Nope. You have to make them each from scratch. Oop, I need food. After I have this. Now I need food. Let's see. What can I make? Ooh, apple cider. Not eaten recently. Apple jelly. What? Out of apples? I thought we had a lot of apples. Damn. Okay. Buttered potato. And now it's just gone? Are we out of butter or potatoes? We have potatoes. And butter. Weird. What? There it is. That's what changed. Ooh, Ooh, loaded baked potato. Bacon. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time. What?
I agree.
Oh.
That's going to take a long time.
Alright. Get the fuck away. doing?
Me.
Oh.
Got distracted. Gotta find another way to get Sano.
To get what?
Thano.
Oh, the essentially that comes
Healing.
from the blooms. Yeah.
Yeah, because in order to create things that work faster or bigger area, I need blooms and then Sano. But if Sano only comes from blooms, then I'm burning more blooms to make.
Yeah, so that's not worth it.
No, I'm losing.
Right.
Yeah, my total profit is negative. So unless I find something else that gives Sano, but when I use JEI, the only thing that gives Sano are blooms. Got this. Don't worry. Okay. I might need a rancher. Let's see if this works. Do we have milk?
If you don't, we have cows. Speaking of calves, I'm gonna get some more.
Do I have? Click. Why do I not have a bucket on me? Seems like a failure. Oh, no, I do have a bucket on me. It's full of water.
But you should always have an extra bucket on you.
Well, can we afford me to have an extra bucket?
I think we can afford for you to have an extra bucket. Iron is one of the things that we have in quantity.
Yeah, well, didn't you put it over here? And you put the ores over here. Do we not have bars? steel, but I don't see any iron. Okay, I found some. Not very much, but okay. Should be able to make enough to make a bucket. Click this, click that. Hey, Mr. Cow, coming to get you. Come here. Thank you, Mr. Cow.
Ooh, thunderstorm. Cool.
Okay, so I now have a way of making people.
Oh shit.
What's wrong?
Oh, god damn it. A creeper spawned inside my my cow pen. And now I've got 4 creepers, or 4 zombies after me, and I can't sacrifice them because of the creeper that's in there. Holy fuck! I almost got hit by lightning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, watch out for electrified creeper.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take care of this guy. Okay. And then gonna have to light this place up so we don't get any more surprises like that.
CPU finally peg out?
No, I just accidentally hit disconnect accidentally. Okay. Oh, it's nighttime, isn't it? Damn it.
Yes, it is nighttime. I'm probably going to make a big mistake.
Well, don't. I mean, if you know it's happening before it happens, don't.
Yeah, let me look at this. Okay. What is going on? You son of a bitch.
What's going on?
I think one of my animals walked into my crucible.
Oh.
So he died, and probably now I have essences in the crucible.
Probably.
Get out of here!
So there's pig, sheep, cow.
Stupid sheep. Now one just try doing it. I'm supposed to do this. Okay, slow down. Slowly, it's busy. Get that. Okay, so I just need evil now. Lithium. Lithium. Yes, that. Okay. I need. I don't know what you need. You need 8. Is there another way of getting this?
Another way of getting what?
Video.
That's the taint essence, isn't it?
Yep.
So yeah, there's plenty of ways to get that. Should have a ton of it. There's a pig and a chicken. I want a cow. Cow. Ooh, 2 cows. One at a time. Ooh, 3 cows.
my way, sheep. Get out of my way.
Excellent. And then boom. And boom. Making cows.
Okay, it worked. Time consuming. It's like time consuming. It's dangerous.
What are you doing? Is that for the video?
I made an ethereal bloom.
Oh. Okay.
But the problem is the main way of getting Vidium is tendrils. And of course they start tainting you.
Right.
Okay. This plus this. Do I have a cow here? Nope, no cow. Go back to base. Go back to Delta. I have to milk a cow 16 times. Oh god, I don't even know what the hell I threw in there. Oh, 16 nether warts, 16 cows. And 4 tendrils. Part of this would be easier if the rancher was set up, but we don't have it set up, so I'll do it by hand.
Oh, we do have the rancher, don't we?
Okay, do we have flour? I know there's more. Where are you? There you are.
More cows. Alright, I should find out how much a cow makes. So, some lucky pup come on up here. Let's see, we're at 64.78. 67.53. Whoa. 64, 78. We're now at 67.53.
Damn it.
275. Okay. So, we need 13,000. Divided by 275. Oh, we need 47.27 cows. That's probably going to be a lot of cows. I thought at first that won't be a lot of cows, but 50 cows in here. This little space is going to be a lot of cows. Alright, I gotta fix this.
Get out of here, you goddamn animals.
Okay. I think the cooldown on cows is shorter now. Alright.
giving me what I want. You are gonna give me what I want. One freaking lousy thing. I almost die over one lousy.
But you didn't die.
No, because it hasn't affected me yet. Which it's about to freaking do, I bet. Oh, okay, I got 4 of those. Alright, let's go back to the future. Okay. Nether wart. Don't have enough nether wart. Wapnol and where weren't we growing nether wart?
I think we were, but we had so much I picked up the field that we had.
Where'd all the soul sand go?
It should be in the minerals chest. Or the
Mineral.
the stone chest.
Oh, okay.
You know, the non-precious minerals chest.
There we go. No cow. Yeah, go ahead and look at me like that. Go ahead, keep looking at me like that. See how, wait. See what I do to you. Get out of my way. You can't milk a sheep, so get out of my way.
Maybe you can't milk a sheep.
Don't you moo at me. I'm milking you. Shield. Out. Lamb would be able to milk him too if you want some heavy cream for his coffee.
We don't have any coffee. And I take my coffee black.
You. You're a manly man. Having a black coffee. Don't need no sweetness. Just straight bitter. Okay. Oh, damn. Good. Leave the cows alone. Stop harassing the cows.
Oh shit. The altar's not holding the 12,000, it's only holding 10,000. Oh, you bitch.
Got that. So I just need 16 moves. Okay.
Huh. So, Wayla is telling me it's only holding 10,000. The divination sigil says it's holding 12,000. This shit just all fucked up. But I guess at least it's holding. So I need... Oops. The next step is a gold block, right? I believe. For the Magician's Blood Orb is a gold block. Oh, right, we don't have a whole lot of gold. Okay. We have enough, but I'm surprised we don't have more.
I mean, I have 17 gold if you need some.
Oh, we've got like 40 here, or was it 30? I had put in 27, and we have 3 left. Yeah, we had 30. So I mean that's enough. I thought we would have more. Like, I mean, iron, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 stacks of iron, and comparatively little gold. That's all.
Okay, so I need what the... Ah, that's what's out. Raspberries.
Raspberries.
Yeah, we got some raspberries growing over there. I don't know, I'm not over there, Tim. We have not, because somebody took the raspberries down. Raspberries, give me 1 minute, and I think I need 48.
I'll go make a few cows while I'm here. And sure, some sheep, why not? Get your...
Might as well. Nope, I gotta go. We cool, we cool.
got a bonus cow.
Yeah. Do I not have any? F5. Oh, you're an idiot.
I didn't say it.
Cannot put these on until you have something in the jar.
God damn it.
So I'm going to go ahead and walk through the process of restoring this William Merritt Chase portrait. This is not meant to be instructional or very technical. If you have questions, hit me up in the comments and I'll get back to you. This William Merritt Chase portrait fell off the wall and was in the chair. As you can see, it suffered some pretty bad damage. There are a lot of tears in the painting. There's significant paint loss. The painting is also pretty dirty and it was poorly conserved at least one time before, so that's something that I'm going to have to undo. The first step, at least in this video, is to remove the painting from the stretcher. And you can see that it's peeling away from the strip lining that was previously done. Now, strip lining is when a new piece of canvas is added to the painting just on the edges when the tacking edges are not strong enough to support the painting. So I'm going to remove the stretcher from the painting and just making sure there are no errant tacks that would otherwise get stuck. And this stretcher is going to be discarded for a new one that's going to provide better support. The first step is to remove the blue painter's tape that the clients adhered to stabilize the painting. and then to move on to removing those patches. I don't put patches on, but some conservators do or used to. I have to remove the canvas very carefully and then start removing the adhesive. Now in this case, the adhesive was beeswax, which can be softened using mineral spirits and removed with various tools, including Q-tips and scalpel. Sometimes you'll run into hide glue or rabbit skin glue or Elmer's glue or epoxy or who knows what, and those are a little bit more complicated to remove. Luckily in this case the beeswax was fairly easy. But there was a lot of it, and I had to make sure I got rid of all of it from the back of the canvas because I need the canvas to be smooth going forward. So, big moment, I'm going to flip the painting over. Luckily nothing went wrong. And then I can start cleaning the surface of the painting. After making several tests and determining what kind of surface grime was on the surface, I can remove it. And in this case I'm using a wax paste that I mix to break down the oils, the dirts, the grimes, just the stuff that's sitting on the surface, which will then enable me to get to the varnish and the old retouching, which you can see I'm removing with a scalpel. So once the varnish is removed and the painting is clean, I can set it aside and start preparing the lining canvas, which in this case is Belgian linen, which is a very high quality linen. And I'm going to cut a large piece, and then I'm going to examine it for defects because I want to make sure that it is free of anything that would cause issue. I'm going to roll it up and set it aside for later. This process is called the inlay process, where I take pieces of canvas from my stock and I cut them to match the voids in the original canvas. And then they're going to be placed in those voids and secured in place with Japanese kozo, which is mulberry tissue paper. And the tissue paper isn't designed to do anything other than just hold them in place temporarily. I'm not looking for support, that'll come from the lining, but I want to make sure that they don't move or migrate when I'm handling the painting. So all the areas, big and small, get filled in, and then the painting gets lined. I've skipped a bunch of steps in the process because they're just not interesting to watch, and they're kind of confusing. But the painting gets put on my hot table, and it gets heated up to temperature, and pressure is applied using a vacuum pump, and when it's all cool and done, the painting is bonded to the new canvas. And now I can start preparing the stretcher for the canvas. The stretchers that I use are custom built, and they're made of sugar pine, and in this case I have a 7-member keyable stretcher. So I'm going to square it up, make sure it's tight, make sure everything looks good, and then I can start aligning the painting to the stretcher and begin the stretching process. It's important that everything is aligned properly because once you start stretching, it's a real big pain to undo the painting and start over. So this is one of those steps that you really want to take care with. And you'll see that I'm making sure that the painting is centered how I like it and that all the edges are where I want them. Now when I stretch paintings, I prefer to use upholstery tacks. Some people use staples, but I think those are inferior. And you see I start from the middle and I work my way out to the edges. And you do this because if you have extra canvas, slack, or waves in the canvas, you can stretch them out working to the corners. If you work into the center, you trap those in. So here I'm just trimming off the excess canvas and tacking it to the back of the stretcher, just tidying it up for my client. That's me being very concentrated. And once the painting is fully stretched, I'll begin installing the keys. And the keys are little triangular pieces of wood that I can tap into the free-floating mortise and tenon or bridle joints. And when they're tapped in, they cause those joints to expand, and that expansion puts tension on the canvas. We want tension on the canvas so that it doesn't flop around. And you can see here, I'm just securing those keys with a little bit of fishing line so they don't fall out and get lost or get stuck between the canvas and the stretcher. Now I'm using a fill-in medium that I mix, and it's mostly calcium carbonate, chalk, and a vinyl emulsion to fill in wherever the paint was lost. And I'm going to add texture where appropriate. Now in some places the paint is smooth, and so I want a smooth fill-in. In other places there's canvas texture or impasto from the brushwork. Once that's dry, I'll remove any excess with Q-tips or scalpel. I just want to make sure that it's just, again, the texture matches. And this is the retouching process, whereby I'm using special conservation pigments to add color to the painting where the original pigment was lost. And it's important that in this step, I take care to only add pigment where the original pigment was lost. It's not a matter of blending or glazing or covering large swaths of the painting, but just touching up where the pigment was lost. Now this pigment is archival, it's fully reversible, it doesn't darken, it doesn't get brittle, and it's designed specifically for conservation. I've had a lot of people comment that the palette was really dirty, but because these pigments can be reconstituted with the appropriate solvent, and because they're really expensive, I see no reason to throw the palette away, partially because I have all of the colors that I need mixed on the palette already. Retouching is a high-stakes process because it's what everyone is going to see, particularly on this face. If it's not done just right, if the color's slightly off, then everyone will see it and I've done a bad job. And sometimes I'll have to come back after days of retouching and undo what I did the previous day because the color isn't quite right, or it just doesn't meet my expectations. But this is really fun. This is where I get to use my color matching skills and put the painting back together. And the final step is the varnishing. And that's where I mix my varnish. This is a gloss and a matte varnish and a plasticizer so that it doesn't crack. And using a 4-inch bristle brush, I'll flood the painting with varnish, just kind of making sure that the whole surface is wet. And then once I've evenly distributed the varnish, I'll go back and I will even it out. Back and forth in multiple directions. I'm just looking to make sure that all of the canvas has been hit by the varnish and that there are no brush strokes. Once the varnishing is done, the painting is complete. So you can see the before and after and how conservation can put a painting back together. If you have any more questions about this or conservation in general, hit me up in the comments or on my website at bfar.com. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have.
What's up?
Well, I've been trying to make essence, but what I really should...
Well, you really should what?
I probably really should be making more buffers so I can stop switching yards.
Yeah, you can do both.
Yeah, just like I need 32 Tutamen, and it would take 32 iron helmets, or 32 leather. To get that. I have
32? Wait, 32 just plain leather?
Yeah.
Oh, so I can give you that.
32 leather would give me 3 different essences.
Right.
What I'm trying to do, I just need the armor. Or armor is one of them. Ordo's another one I need.
Well, when I'm done with this, I'll have a whole ton of leather.
No, you don't, of course.
Where the hell did the cat come from?
What cat?
There's a
Oh,
cat in my
no.
cow pen.
All I can say is he probably spawned there.
No. Cats don't spawn. Ocelots spawn. Well, if my wheat count is accurate, I've got 25 adult cows currently. So I'm closing in on what I need. So there was a cat over here, and now he's gone. Sit. Stay.
So here I'm going to do another narrated walkthrough of the restoration of this painting of Mother Mary. It's not meant to be instructional or exhaustive, just to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing. This painting was pretty damaged. It had been exposed to moisture, which resulted in a lot of flaking. There were punctures and tears. The painting was quite dirty, and there was an old varnish on it. Obviously, there's a lot of paint missing, which also needed to be addressed. So the first step is to remove the painting from the stretcher, and I'm using an upholsterer's tack pulling tool to remove these nails. I just need to get it off the stretcher so that I can start working on it, but I want to preserve the tacking edge as much as I can. The next step is to clean the back, and this is just to get rid of the dust, dirt, and grime that's trapped in between the stretcher bar and the canvas. The next step in the conservation process is to repair the tears, and what I'm going to be doing is something called bridging. And that's where I take little strands of Belgian, I was just cutting them off, and a conservation adhesive, and I will lay these strands perpendicularly across the tear. The reason that I do this is to provide some stability to the tear so that it doesn't move, to provide a nice foundation for the fill-in medium, which will replace the missing pigment, and generally just to hold the tear together. So it's slow going, and after the strands are laid down, I have to make sure that they're fully saturated in adhesive, and then I can press them. And I'm going to use a piece of silicone release film and a pad of felt. The release film makes sure that nothing sticks, and the felt is just a cushion and then a steel weight. Next, I'm going to be cutting off pieces of Belgian linen for the strip lining, and that will go on the new tacking edge. I'm going to fray the edges of this linen so that the edge doesn't impart upon the face of the painting. If I don't do that, the crisp edge of the new linen can sometimes show through on the face of the painting. Now here I'm using a conservation adhesive film. It's iron-on, and then I'm ironing on the new piece of Belgian linen, and as I go, I use a weight to make sure that it dries flat. Cutting off the excess, and there you go. The whole thing has been strip-lined. In this step, I'm going to start cleaning the painting, and the first step is to remove the surface grime. So I'm using a paste that I mix to loosen up and remove the accumulated surface grime. And that's dust, dirt, oils, just grime that's sitting on the surface of the painting. And I have to remove this stuff first before I can get to the varnish layer, because that layer of surface grime prevents the solvents from penetrating through and softening up the varnish. If I were to just try using solvents, it would be ineffective, and then I would probably go to a more aggressive solvent and eventually do damage to the painting. So I'm making my own large swabs because cleaning paintings with Q-tips is not effective, and here I will start to remove the surface grime and the old varnish, and you can see it start to come up there. I work slowly, and I work in isolated sections because I like to keep control of what I'm doing. Here, working on the metallic letters, I'm using Q-tips because I want to just focus on those letters. Now here I'm squaring up the stretcher. I need to make sure that it's square before I stretch the painting to it. These little nails are going to make sure that as I'm handling the stretcher, it doesn't flex or distort and become a parallelogram. So painting gets laid down onto the stretcher, and then I will use steel upholstery tacks to secure it to the stretcher. I use a magnetic hammer and steel tacks. I prefer them over staples for a lot of reasons. I think they're superior. Some people will debate that with me, but this is my studio, so I get to decide on the rules. I like to put the tacks in about 1 inch to 1.25 inches apart. I feel that gives good coverage without overstressing the tacking edge or the stretcher. Sometimes I'll use a pulling plier to add tension, but in this case I don't want to, so I'm just using my hands. And I can add pretty good tension with just my fingers. I'm going to clean up the corners and fold over the new Belgian linen and secure it with smaller tacks. I prefer this as opposed to staples or glue. I think it looks nicer and it's easier to remove in the future. I'll clean up the corners, again, just making it nice and tidy. And then the next step is going to be cutting new keys for the stretcher. Now these little wooden wedges are keys, and what they will allow me to do is add tension to the stretcher. Because the stretcher's joints are not glued together, I can insert this key and tap it with the hammer and slowly expand that joint. And if I expand all 4 joints, I can enlarge the stretcher and add tension. Here I'm using fishing line and a tack to secure the key so that it doesn't get lost. If that key falls out and falls in between the painting and the stretcher bar, it will create a bulge, and there's no reason why that should ever be lost. Here I'm using a putty to fill in wherever there was missing pigment. This is necessary because if I don't fill this in and just go ahead and retouch it, you'll see that as an indented area and it just won't look right. I'm removing the excess. All I want is where the missing pigment is to be filled in. And now comes the retouching process, and this is the long and slow and time-consuming, tedious work of putting the painting back together. And here I'm using a conservation pigment and a medium, and I'm just going to mix my colors and slowly add them to the painting where the color is missing. You'll notice I'm using a very, very small brush, and I'm going very slowly, and I'm just adding pigment where pigment was lost. As a conservator, it's my job to restore the painting to how the artist envisioned it, not to make editorial decisions. So it's inappropriate for me to glaze in large areas or to add medium where there already is medium. This is, again, I said, it's just slow going and methodical, and some days I have to wipe it all off and start over because the light wasn't right or because I'm not satisfied with the retouching. But the good thing about using archival and reversible pigments is that I can remove my retouching without damaging the artwork. And then finally, I will varnish the painting. And here I'm mixing the varnish, a combination of matte and gloss varnish with a UV stabilizer that will prevent the varnish from yellowing. And I'm going to brush it on the painting. Generally, I prefer to brush my varnish as opposed to spray it. Sometimes I do spray, but in this case, brush is fine. It gives me a little bit more control, and I just prefer it. There's no right or wrong way to add varnish other than to go evenly, methodically, and to keep in mind that you can always add more varnish when the painting's wet, but removing varnish, if you put too much on, is much more difficult. So once the painting is varnished, it is all complete, and you can see the final product here. So the clients were really happy with this. I was really happy with it. The painting is now stable and sound, and will be good to go for the next 150 years. All the work that I've done is archival, so none of it will damage the painting, and it's fully reversible. So if in the future another conservator decides to take my work off and give it a go, it should be pretty easy for them. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, I'm glad I made the safari net, because that has been very useful here.
All the cows.
Yeah. Just had 2 escapees. I'm not sure how the hell they got out. Well, I know that baby cows sometimes, I know this was, I don't know if it's still a problem, but I know it definitely used to be a problem, where if a baby cow was standing next to a fence and then he popped into, became an adult, it's possible for the adult cow to spawn on the other side of the fence. So that way cows could escape. But one of the escapees was a baby, so I'm not sure how the hell he got out. I guess it's possible the baby originally spawned outside the fence, but I think I would have seen him before now. Man, they are loud.
So for this video, we're going to take a look at the conservation process for a piece by Reginald Marsh. This is a piece of social realism that has seen a little bit better days. It's quite dirty, as you can see. There are some punctures and some tears, and generally the painting has lost its luster under accumulated surface grime, old varnish, and a bit of linseed oil. So this video is going to walk us through the conservation process. Now keep in mind, this is not meant to be instructive or comprehensive. There's a lot that I had to leave out because it's just not filmable or not very interesting, but hopefully this will give you an idea of just what goes into the process of conservation. So the first step, once I take it off the wall, is to get the painting off of the stretcher. And this painting is held onto the stretcher using steel tacks. And these tacks are pretty well embedded into the wood, as you can see, and I have to take great care because the canvas is really quite brittle. Over time, this canvas dries out and it gets really brittle, and if you're not careful, you can tear the canvas, and that definitely isn't a good thing. So working slowly and deliberately, I'll remove all of these tacks, and then once I'm finished, I can remove the painting from the stretcher. Now again, I have to be very careful because the canvas is kind of bonded to the stretcher. As I lift it up, I notice that some of the corners are really stuck in there, so I'll go carefully and just remove the stretcher. Now, the next step is to remove all of the dirt and the grime that settles behind the stretcher bar in between the canvas and the stretcher. This is mostly just dust and dirt, but you can see there's some wood particles and other debris. I want to get all of that stuff off. Now, this painting has a label on the back from the Whitney Studio Club, which was the precursor to the Whitney Museum. Saving this label is paramount. If this label gets lost, even though the painting is signed on the front, we lose a lot of information. We have the title, we have the price paid, we have the address of the artist, and most importantly, this is a direct link to the artist and validates that the painting was by him. So what I'm going to do is take the painting and using some adhesive, a reversible adhesive, I'm going to mount it onto a new piece of acid-free 8-ply mat board. And the reason I'm going to do that is because this label, as you can see, has already been through quite a bit and was almost lost. And we definitely want to make sure that it stays with the painting. So now the next step is the cleaning process. And using a detergent that I make, I'm going to slowly start working in confined areas to loosen up the surface grime. And the reason I work in confined areas is twofold, really. One, it allows me to control how much of the painting I'm cleaning at any given time. And also, by working within the visual boundaries of the image, I can ensure that no part of the painting gets cleaned twice or over-cleaned. So you can see the surface grime coming off, and right there you can see just how bright the painting is going to be.
Wow, you've trapped cows.
This is just the surface grime. To take off the varnish and the old linseed oil, I'll use a mixture of solvents. I roll these swabs myself.
Are they close enough to die?
You'll see just how much.
No, they're not. They need to be like up on top. That's why I was saying I need, when I do this, I'm going to need you to stand on top of the, or actually, to be in there to
So,
lure the
with that
cows
section fully clean,
with some
I can
wheat
go on to another
to
section.
the center
And here again, I'm just using a stiff bristle
while
brush
I'm doing the
and
sacrificing.
the paste that I mix to loosen up.
Yeah, except I don't know how to get in there.
There's a gate at the front. So we're not doing it yet, but yeah. Are they ready? Oh, they're ready. Let's make some cows.
Making cows? Or?
Making cows.
Oh, you're making cows. Okay.
That's what I said.
Well, you said, are they ready?
Well, yeah. Are they ready to make more cows?
You are Britannia. Ooh, it's getting kind of full.
Yeah, I saw that. So I don't know what you need to do, though.
Blightfall. No, I'm not going to this relationship. Let's see.
Excellent. Well, we might have an odd man out. Or an odd cow out. Oh, there we go. Get in there. Get in there. Make your lovin'. Pretty sure there was one. Oh, there he is. There you go. Get together. Get together. Did you go up here? No. Okay, maybe not. Man. Seriously. Ooh. Shared a Britannia entry. What the heck? Ah. Oh. Wait.
I think it's still going to take a long time. Well, one, we have to get white flowers.
Ah.
Which just happen to be on the Falcon in the center.
Yeah, they're in a not nice place.
Swab. So there you can see myself just how bright the painting is going to be. Now this is just the surface grime. To take off the varnish and the old linseed oil, I'll use a mixture of solvents. I roll these swabs myself, and in a minute you'll see just how much of the old varnish and the linseed oil comes off when I roll the swab. So there you can see just how much more grime is on the painting. A couple of dirty swabs. So with that section fully cleaned, I can go on to another section. And here again, I'm just using a stiff bristle brush and the paste that I mix to loosen up that surface grime. And then once that's sufficiently loose, I will use another swab that I roll, and I'll remove the old varnish. Now this one, because there was an old linseed oil layer on top of it, I had to go back in with another swab and clean off some of that residual yellow. Now with the painting about half cleaned, you can see just how dramatic the transformation will be. Because this painting had some waves and ripples in it, the next step is to flatten it. And this is done on my big hot table, which is an aluminum table with a heating element embedded underneath and a vacuum pump attached. I make a sandwich of Mylar, the painting, and some cotton blotter paper. I'll turn the heat on, turn the ramp rate of the heat on, and adjust the heat temperature. And then I will even the painting out as the pressure is applied. Now here I'm using a light touch and a wooden roller just to encourage the painting flat. And I'll go back in with the bone folder just to make sure that all of the little ripples are out and make sure that the painting is going to get even pressure. Now this is going to remove the cracks and the waves and the ripples from the canvas. This canvas had a couple of small punctures, and I'm going to take a piece of the corner and I'm going to use that to fill in the missing canvas. The reason I use the piece of existing canvas as opposed to something from my stock is that this is the same pH, it's the same age, it's the same weave, and it has the same gesso layer on it. So here I'm using a thermoplastic adhesive. It's a powder that I will put in and around the area that needs to be secured. And then using a piece of silicone release film and a tacking iron, I will fuse that powder with the canvas. And this is going to hold that little fill-in onto the canvas.
Now what I'm cutting here is silk organza, which is a very fine silk fabric, and it's incredibly strong, and I use it to reinforce the tacking edges. These tacking edges are pretty strong, but after about 80 or 90 years of being creased, they can get a little brittle, and I want to make sure that when they go back onto the stretcher and the tacks are put in, that we don't get any tears or any weak spots. So with all the tacking edges secured, I will start to fit the painting to the stretcher, and then using steel upholstery tacks, I will begin restretching the painting. Now on this painting, I'm not using a pulling pliers, I'm just using my fingers because I don't need a ton of pressure or tension, and it gives me a softer, more accurate touch. Now these little wedges are called keys, and when I put them in the corner and I tap, if you watch closely, you can see that joint expand. Here you go. There you go. You see how it expands? That adds tension to the canvas. And here, I'm just using some fishing line and another tack to secure those keys so that they don't fall out. If they fall out, they can be lost, but worse, they can fall in between the canvas and the stretcher bar and create a bulge. Now, there was some paint loss on this painting, and so I'm using the light to see where the losses are. And then using a putty, I will fill in those losses and make sure that the texture is the same, the surface is the same as the surrounding area. And ultimately, when it's dry, I will go back with some swabs and remove the excess because I just want where the missing pigment is to be filled in. I don't want to build up a lot of putty. Now, people are going to say, why aren't you using gloves? This is why. Because the best feel is with my fingers, and if I had gloves on, I wouldn't be able to feel the surface. A little bit of mineral spirits will wipe off any residue and allow me to see what the painting will look like once it's varnished. So it's kind of a way of, quote, oiling out the painting without using oil. And so here I'm using conservation pigments, which were archival and fully reversible, and I'm just adding pigment where pigment was lost. And this is a slow process. It takes a lot of passes. You mix a little bit of color and you lay it on, and then you mix some more color and you lay it on. And in this case, I have to simulate the brushwork of the artist. So I'm adding some highlights in there. And once the entire painting has been retouched, I will let it sit for a couple days, come back to it, take a second pass at it, make sure I didn't miss anything. And if I did, I'll continue. Now, that label got mounted, got wrapped in plastic film, and is now getting screwed to the stretcher with brass screws. And this is a piece of acid-free foam core. And the reason that I'm putting that on is twofold. One, it protects the back of the painting from debris, from incident like being banged into something. And also, it limits the amount of flex that the canvas has. When you create a kind of a chamber that's sealed, the canvas isn't going to flex so much as it's moved or as the humidity changes. So into my back room where I am going to varnish the painting. And this painting I'm going to use a two-step varnishing process. First one, I'm going to brush the varnish on with a just big old thick bristle hair brush. Gives me a lot of coverage. The brush holds a lot of varnish, so I don't need to recharge it. And I'm just going to take my time and go front to back, left to right, up, down, just making sure I have even coverage across the whole painting. And then you'll see that I go around the edges on the final pass. Here we go. And I'm just making sure that anything that pooled on the edges is removed. Now, after that varnish dries, I take the same varnish, but a glossier version, and I spray it from a little bit higher than recommended. And what I want is to get adequate coverage of the painting, but I want some of that shiny varnish to start to dry as it hits the painting, which gives me kind of a crystal-y effect. So here's the painting before conservation, and here's the painting after conservation. The video doesn't really capture the surface sheen and how great it looks, how velvety, but you can see that there's a lot more color, there's a lot more detail. All of the deflections, the holes, the waves, the ripples have been adjusted and taken care of. And this painting is now stable and secure for the next 100 or so years. Any of the work that I've done can be removed by the next conservator, and nothing that I've done is permanent or potentially harmful to the painting. So, thanks for watching.
Okay, we're getting near 50 cows.
In this video, I'm going to be focusing solely on the retouching process. Now, this painting arrived into the studio very dirty with surface grime, old varnish, a massive tear through the sitter's face, and a lot of old retouching, which you can see here as a large brown mass on his the right side of his face. Massive tear. In this video, I'm going to be focusing solely on the retouching process. Now, this painting arrived into the studio very dirty with surface grime, old varnish, a massive tear through the sitter's face, and a lot of old retouching, which you can see here as a large brown mass on his the right side of his face. With the retouching removed, you can see the extent of the damage and just how excessive the old overpainting was. I suspect that the old overpainting, which was done in oil, not only had darkened as it oxidized, but was probably color matched to a dirty painting, which is why it was so brown. Now, for the retouching that I'm going to be doing, I will be using a conservation pigment made by the Mimeri company. And unlike oil paint, this pigment is different. It has no oil in it, so it does not oxidize. It does not harden to the point of not being removable. It's light fast, and with the appropriate solvent, it can be removed very easily without running the risk of doing any harm to the painting. So when approaching retouching, there are really two styles of retouching that I do. One of them is called the mimetic technique, and that's where the conservator tries to reintegrate the damage into the So recreating the elements of the image that are lost so that at the end of the retouching process, the damage is not visible. And the other technique is called, I think it's called regazzini or regazzo. It's Italian, and my Italian is non-existent. And that's a technique whereby the damage is camouflaged but not made to disappear. And it's done by using a lot of little dots or little hash marks of similar colors, but not really blending. And that's a technique that's really common in museums or for pieces where the damage is so extensive that you just couldn't possibly recreate the image without being the author of the image yourself. Now, most of my clients choose to do the Mimetek technique, and most of them own these paintings, love these paintings, and do not wish to see them damaged. And so the Mimetek technique allows me to kind of reintegrate the damage and put the piece back to how it should have looked prior to the damage. I have done regazzini, regazzo technique many times. It's something I enjoy, but by and large, my clients prefer to have a Mimetek technique. So once we've decided upon the style of retouching that we're going to do, we have to then start thinking about the actual retouching. And in this case, there is a lot of missing content. Basically, half his face is gone. If this were a known artist, this painting is by an unknown artist, I would be able to maybe even reference this painting prior to damage in a catalog resume or in an old exhibition catalog. Maybe there's a photograph or a daguerreotype reproduction version of this painting that I can use as source material. If not, I would look at the artist's other body of work and see how they executed other portraits, see what colors they used, how they handled their brushwork, and other idiosyncrasies of their style. If I don't know the artist, like in this case, I will start to refer back to my library and look at other mid-19th century portrait painters and try to get an idea of what the style of the time was. That can be really helpful when you're trying to replace or retouch costume, clothing, or scenery, less so with faces, because every face is unique, and so there's not really a guide or a how-to. So in this case, I have to use the actual painting as my guide. So I'm using the surrounding colors of the sitter as my guide for what colors I use. And eventually I will start to use the skeletal form of the head and the other eye as a guiding factor. But the first step is really just to start laying down some color and blocking out the damage. And this is not meant to be very precise or very accurate. It's just meant to allow my eye to start to see the painting as a whole and not see the damage. I will layer and layer and layer in various intensities and opacities. Some of these layers will be more transparent than others and slowly build up what I think looks correct. Now in this section of the video, I'm going to start rebuilding the eye. Ideally, if I had a photograph of the painting before the damage, I would be able to work from that. If I had a catalog resume or an exhibition catalog, that would be just as good. But in this case, we did not have a photograph. Now, if I knew who the artist was, unlike this painting, which is unsigned, I would be able to reference their other work and see how they executed eyes in other portraits. Maybe take a look at the way they handled their brush, the direction of the brush marks, the way they laid down paint, all aiding in trying to rebuild the missing content. Again, in this case, we don't know who the artist was, so that's not possible. So I took a look at my library and look at mid-19th century portrait painting to get an idea of how portraits were painted, what was on trend, what was the style. In this case, it wasn't very helpful because every face is idiosyncratic. That technique is really more applicable to recreating clothing or scenery or other objects that were lost. Sometimes you can reference another similar portrait. Things are very in style. Maybe a certain type of flower was used a lot, or a piece of fruit. So in this case, I'm really just using the surrounding painting, particularly the other eye, as a reference point. And I will slowly start to build up the paint, putting on layer upon layer, just like I did before, This is a little bit more detailed and intricate, a little bit more fun, but it's really no different than the other parts of the painting. And in some of the comments, people have said that the eye isn't quite right for them. They've said that the shape isn't right, the color's not right, or whatever the case may be. And those are all perfectly valid opinions. Unfortunately, they don't really matter. The only opinion that matters is that of the client. And if my client feels like the work that I've done is excellent and great and they're happy with it, then that's fantastic. If the client feels like the work is not up to par or kind of misses the mark for them, the benefit of using conservation pigments is that I can remove them very easily with a solvent that won't run the risk of damaging the painting. So if my client says, well, no, Julian, he had one green eye, this is totally wrong, I can wipe it off. If I'm in the process of retouching and I come back the next day and I decide that my color matching was off or something isn't quite right, I can wipe it off and start again. It's frustrating for sure, but it's one of the benefits, and sometimes it's necessary. There are certainly days when the light...
What's that?
I asked if you had enough cows yet.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting close. Like I said, I'm near 50. So I think one more pass, give some time, and one more pass of breeding, and then let all the calves grow up, become adults. That should be enough.
Okay.
But it is almost 11, so we'll probably wait until next week to actually do the thing. Have our mass slaughter event.
Okay, well, maybe CK can help you with that if he shows.
Oh, that's right. You won't be here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just wait until the week after that, and do something else next week.
Yes, I will be back.
There's still some mining to do, I believe.
Why are you... God.
Geologist. Yeah, we still have Atlarus and Astral Silver to find. So maybe I'll do that next week.
Isn't quite right, or I'm not focused enough, and I come back the next day and I have to start again. And being able to remove this pigment without damaging the painting underneath is a huge benefit, one that just can't be had with oil paint. So again, I'm just slowly building up the shape of the eye and working from the other eye and trying to get an idea of what it should look like, what I think it's going to look like, and just trying to put the image back together. One thing that people always ask me about is color matching and how I can be so good at it. And I say I've been doing this 20 years and have been making art and handling art for long before that. So there's a lot of practice in it.
Yep, I'm all
there's nothing like
ready to
practice
go. I
to
just
make you
need
better at something. But I will often relate what I heard about the way
ethereal bloom, and then I can make that thing.
I mean, we have ethereal blooms if you need them. I mean, I'm hanging on to 9 of them. I just, I keep them on me for emergencies. There's 4. Oh. Never mind. Well, there's a flower. There's a Botania flower called a bloodthorn. It's actually made with using the blood altar.
Yes.
I don't know what it does though. I mean, you put a mystical red flower into a tier 4 blood altar, and 15 LP points later, or 15,000 LP later, you've got a bloodthorn. Don't know what it does. There's a few others too. There's the Euclid daisy, the whisperweed, and the taint thistle. Don't know what those do. Ooh, you opened up another entry. Ethereal bloom. Oh, bloodthorn. Look at that. Oh, I need a Lexica Botania in hand to read it, which I don't have, so doesn't matter. Tell me all about it.
The bloodthorn is a red mystical flower that has been steeped in blood until it developed a taste for the life force of all things. It uses mana to inflict an extreme level of weakness on surrounding creatures that is unmatched by any conventional alchemy. So
Okay.
It just creates weakness. I mean, we could.
A
We
dog
have to set up a
sniffs
mana
things.
pool outside of town, then put that thing out there, and have it weaken villagers.
Yeah. That's the problem with things like that. It's like you can't really use them in the wild to go after enemies because there's too much setup involved. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
Well, either I can make another ethereal bloom when the materials are ready, or you can come over, put one in the thing, we activate the thing, and get a Totem of Dawn.
Oh, I will be right there.
Grab my one. Beta base.
You're a beta? Okay.
The only thing is, it is, here, need place it on one of these pedestals.
Wait, not just any. You know you have to do things symmetrically, right?
Alright, so
You should.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them.
Hang on.
So it should be bloom,
What are you making?
I'm making a Totem of Dawn, which
Okay.
probably won't give information until you hold this.
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, except I don't have anything unlocked, so this is no good.
Back here.
This didn't help me. Okay, so you need 5 blooms?
No, 2 bloom.
Oh, just 2 blooms. Okay.
Yes. So if you put a bloom there,
And then on the
there.
other.
So this thing, and then these.
So put a bloom here.
Yeah, and that should be good.
Okay.
There's only one problem.
What? No. Now you say there's a problem?
Instability is high.
Oh, shit. Okay. Watch for things falling off the pedestal. You don't have any stabilizers down.
No, I haven't got that far yet. Okay.
Okay. This could be bad. There it is.
Did it absorb it? Nope, there it is.
No! No! No!
I was gonna say, why didn't you just put it
Uh,
on a separate pedestal?
Uh-oh. Where'd the other bloom go?
Did it already absorb it?
I don't think so. Because it's
Look
not
in your
done.
inventory.
It's not
There's
pulling.
one-
I just put it on.
Oh,
Because it's not pulling. It's not finished pulling in the essence yet, so it shouldn't pull in the items.
okay.
So just stay on it.
I get these 3 over here. You take care of the 2 blooms. This is what causes
There it
the wall
goes.
to be
There it goes.
the way it is. First
There we
bloom's
go.
Gone. Second bloom. Okay, it's pulling this. That one. Okay, one pulling the last thing.
Yeah, all right. Whew,
Wow.
close one.
Okay, where do we want to set
Okay.
this up?
Hang on.
Oops.
Let's, there we go.
So, let me pull the book out so I can read it to you. Eventually we'll need it for a cyber totem, but Totems of Dawn. It is the greatest magical protection against taint you have ever devised. Boasting area much larger than a bloom, that totem also excels in keeping the edges of its area free of taint. It may take slightly longer to completely clean an area, however. So
Okay.
I was thinking, do we have a spot we want to drop this? And
Yeah, let's see.
I don't know how big
whoa.
it is. I'd have to.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we need to do, is need to throw it down to test, see how large it does. Let's do it on Mushroom Island.
Mushroom Island. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll meet you there. I believe there's a teleport there.
Yep.
It is called Mushroom Island. There we go. That would probably help if we brought a
Okay.
trunk loader.
So, oh, right. Crap. Okay, I'll go get a chunk loader.
Okay.
I think we have a couple left over.
And we'll have to
No.
try it out next week, because like you said, it is getting...
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely getting late. Mushroom Island. Alright, let's see. Let's put it... Yeah, let's go this way.
I don't know where you... Oh, there you are. I caught. Following you.
Okay. F9. Perfect. Put it right on the corner. Or
Right
just
on-
on the in here, right in the inside corner.
Right here?
Yep. And we'll just throw that on top.
Whoops.
That's what you do.
Well, there's paint on the side.
Yeah, leave it. That's its job, is to clean that shit up.
Okay. So, F9 you said? F9.
Yeah, so we're right in the middle of a
Okay,
chunk. So it's, yeah.
We're in the middle of a chunk. So we'll see how big it goes out.
Yep.
And we will discover this next week, folks.
Oh, shit, look at that. You can already see green popping up over here. Or all around.
Oh, yes. It says it does a bigger area, but it may take longer to completely clean.
Well, yeah, because it's cleaning a huge area. Holy crap.
And let me scan in. And it takes 2 blooms and a lot of essence to make this thing.
Yeah, I don't know that this is going to be worth it. It might be worth it to drop like we're doing here and just let it do a huge area and then throw torches.
Wow, dude, it's going beyond 1 chunk.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it is part of
Ooh.
a thing called a dawn machine. But to do that, we need signalum,
Oops. Is that what I want?
lumium, enderprocess. We just need. That's way beyond us right now. But let's claim our reward. Are you telling me the only reward is
Progress is its own reward.
that's it? It didn't open anything else.
Okay.
Okay. But it is doing its job.
Definitely is. Okay, we'll leave it here, and come back next week. Or I guess I'll come back next week.
Why don't you look at the map?
Oh, it's doing a square area.
Yeah, it is a huge area. Okay, so that
Actually,
is
I think it's doing a 3x3. Doing
3
3x3 chunks. I think it's doing the chunks.
doing 9 chunks. Yeah, because it ends all the way over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna head out or head back to where it's much safer.
Mm-hmm.
And you can check on it sometime next week.
Will do.
Okay, let me turn those off. Okay, I am at beta base. And
Oh, what the heck?
what happened?
Some cows died. And another baby cow got out.
Okay, so if this thing really does a 3x3, we can start.
Damn it, why are cows dying?
We can start clearing out obviously bigger areas. Alright, sir.
Okay. You have a good night.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay. Oh. God damn it. God damn it.